Have you started to notice some of your favorite foods disappearing from grocery store shelves? It's not your imagination. Global changes, from climate impacts to supply chain disruptions, are creating shortages of certain key foods. But here's the alarming part. Governments around the world are quietly stockpiling some of these items, preparing for the possibility that they could soon become scarce or even If they're taking action, shouldn't you? In today's video, we're going to reveal 6 foods that are at risk of becoming rare and break down exactly why they're being stockpiled. We'll also show you what steps you can take to ensure you're prepared and can secure these essential items for yourself and your family. Whether it's due to environmental challenges, geopolitical tensions, or shifting markets, these food shortages are more real than you may think. Stick around because you don't want to miss this crucial information. It could make all the difference in the months and years ahead. Number 1. Coffee beans. Coffee beans, the heart and soul of your morning cup of coffee, are at the center of a global crisis that could soon take them off your pantry shelf. What if one day you woke up and couldn't enjoy that comforting aroma and taste? Well, believe it or not, coffee is becoming increasingly vulnerable, facing a number of mounting challenges that could make it a rare commodity in the future. One of the most significant threats is climate change. The delicate coffee plants thrive in specific conditions, but shifts in temperature and unpredictable rainfall patterns are pushing coffee plantations beyond their limits. Regions once perfect for growing coffee are now becoming too hot to support the crop, leading to lower yields and inferior quality beans. This isn't just about the beans. It's about the millions of hardworking farmers whose families depend on coffee cultivation for their livelihoods. But climate change isn't the only problem. Coffee crops are under siege from pests and diseases like the infamous coffee berry borer and coffee leaf rust. These invaders can wipe out entire plantations, causing massive economic losses. While scientists are working on developing pest-resistant coffee varieties, the solutions are long-term, and many small-scale farmers lack the resources to fight these threats effectively. And then there's the roller coaster of coffee prices on international markets. Fluctuating prices mean farmers can struggle to make enough money to keep their operations going. Many are left with no choice but to abandon their farms, creating a grim cycle where abandoned fields lead to even lower production. Adding to the complexity, big profits are often concentrated in the hands of global middlemen, leaving farmers with just a fraction of what their hard work deserves. On top of these challenges, labor shortages are threatening coffee farming's future. Younger generations in coffee-growing regions are turning away from agriculture, favoring higher-paying opportunities in cities. With an aging workforce in the fields, this raises a pressing question: who will grow coffee in the years to come? The silver lining is innovation. New technologies, like precision farming and sustainable agroforestry, could help boost coffee production and make it more resilient against these challenges. Meanwhile, as consumers, we can do our part too. Choosing coffee that is sustainably sourced and fair trade certified not only supports farmers, but helps ensure that coffee doesn't become a luxury item of the past. Coffee lovers, take note. These challenges are real, and they're growing. If changes aren't made soon, your morning ritual could become a rare and expensive treat. Could coffee really disappear? It's time to start paying attention. Number 2. Nuts and seeds. Nuts and seeds are quickly becoming the talk of the town when it comes to food security and healthy eating. Did you know that governments around the world are stockpiling nuts and seeds? Why? Because these tiny superfoods pack a punch when it comes to nutrition. And global challenges like climate change, economic uncertainty, and even pest infestations are threatening their supply. These power-packed snacks are not just delicious. They're essential for long-term sustainability, and you might soon notice them disappearing from your shelves. One of the biggest challenges facing nuts and seeds is climate change. Think about it. Trees like almond, walnut, and pistachio trees need consistent, reliable weather to thrive. Now imagine crops being battered by unseasonal frosts, intense heat waves, or lengthy droughts. Take Australia, for example. Macadamia nut farmers there have seen significant losses due to harsh weather conditions. Meanwhile, in Eastern Europe, walnut trees have been hit hard by unexpected frosts, stifling their growth and ultimately shrinking harvest yields. California, one of the largest almond producers in the world, is currently dealing with severe droughts, affecting farmers who rely on water-intensive cultivation practices. When water becomes scarce, producing these cherished foods gets more expensive, and that higher cost trickles down to you, the consumer. On top of these environmental struggles, pests and diseases are wreaking havoc on crops. Blight, a fast-spreading fungal disease, has devastated chestnut trees in both North America and Europe. And in parts of Africa and Asia, cashew farmers are battling the cashew stem and root borer, a pest that can wipe out entire plantations. How do you combat that? The problem is worsened by monoculture farming, where vast fields grow a single crop, leaving the plants vulnerable to these kinds of outbreaks. It's not just nature causing problems. There's also the complicated world of politics and trade. Export restrictions, tariffs, and even political instability in regions that produce sesame, cashews, and other sought-after crops can disrupt global availability. Even a small issue in one country can send ripples across international markets, leading to shortages and price spikes. But don't panic. There's hope. Farmers and scientists are working together to tackle these issues with innovative solutions like drought-resistant trees, sustainable farming practices, and agroforestry, which mixes crops, livestock, and trees to create a more balanced ecosystem. Technologies like precision agriculture are revolutionizing the industry by using data to optimize planting and watering, reducing waste while improving yields. And why are nuts and seeds so valuable, anyway? These miniature powerhouses are packed with healthy fats, protein, fiber, vitamins, and minerals. Brazil nuts, for example, are rich in selenium, which is crucial for thyroid health. Meanwhile, seeds like flax and chia are loaded with omega-3 fatty acids, which benefit your heart. This makes them particularly important as more people shift toward plant-based diets and health-conscious eating habits. You've probably noticed the rise of nut-based cheeses, trail mixes, and seed crackers in stores. Proof that these natural goodies are becoming even more in demand. But with rising popularity comes increased pressure on supply chains. If you want to secure your own stash, consider buying locally from farmers markets or joining a community-submitted agriculture (CSA) program. Not only can you enjoy fresher products, but you'll also be supporting local farmers. Once you've got your stockpile, make sure to store nuts and seeds properly. Cool, dark places, or even your refrigerator, are best to preserve their freshness and avoid spoilage. And here's a tip for those with food allergies. If you can't eat nuts, seeds like pumpkin or sunflower are excellent alternatives. Sunflower seed butter, for instance, has a similar texture and nutritional profile as peanut butter, minus the allergenic properties. Number 3, dried fruits. When it comes to foods that stand the test of time, dried fruits are a true marvel. These nutrient-packed snacks have gained recognition for their incredible shelf life and concentrated flavors, which make them not just a delicious treat but also a vital food source in times of uncertainty. Dried fruits are created through various preservation methods like air drying, sun drying, or even advanced dehydration technologies. These processes remove moisture from fresh fruits, intensifying their natural sweetness and locking in nutrients while extending their usability for months or even years without refrigeration. This is exactly why dried fruits are a go-to choice for stockpiling. Whether you're on the move, planning for a long-term emergency, or simply looking for a healthy snack, their versatility is unmatched. But convenience isn't the only thing these fruits offer. Dried fruits are nutritional powerhouses. Rich in dietary fiber, they promote healthy digestion and can regulate blood sugar levels, something that's especially beneficial for maintaining energy in challenging circumstances. Specific types of dried fruits provide distinct health benefits too. For instance, dried apricots are packed with vitamin A and potassium, making them great for immune function and hydration. Meanwhile, dried figs bring a boost of calcium for bone health and iron for stamina. Antioxidants in certain dried fruits, like cranberries and blueberries, also play a crucial role, fighting oxidative stress in your body and boosting overall resilience. Now, thanks to innovations in food preservation technology, the variety of dried fruits available today is remarkable. Freeze-drying, for example, has revolutionized this market by maintaining more of the fruit's original flavor, structure, and nutritional value. This method has made it possible to include delicate fruits like strawberries and raspberries, which were historically tricky to preserve. Dried fruits are not just for snacking, they are now a core part of modern food trends. Their natural sweetness makes them staples in plant-based diets, slashing the need for added sugars. Many health-conscious products, like protein-packed energy bars or fiber-rich snack mixes, also feature dried fruits as a key ingredient, blending their functional health benefits with convenience. From an economic perspective, dried fruits are essential to global trade and local economies. Regions like the Middle East and North Africa thrive on the production and export of dried dates, an industry supported by trade agreements and international standards that safeguard quality. Environmental sustainability is shaping the future of dried fruit production. Solar energy is being integrated as an ecologically friendlier method for drying fresh fruit, while advancements in water management are improving the cultivation process. On the consumer end, eco-friendly packaging solutions are emerging to meet the growing demand for recyclable and minimal waste packaging. Culturally, dried fruits are integral to culinary traditions across the globe. They represent staples in Mediterranean diets, where raisins and dried figs are abundantly used, and in Asian cuisines, where dried mangoes and plums delight palates in everything from snacks to desserts. These cultural connections keep dried fruits relevant beyond their practical nutritional value. What's particularly appealing is their role in emergencies and preparedness. With their long shelf life and dense nutrients, dried fruits are crucial for government stockpiles and disaster relief supplies. Whether for humanitarian aid or maintaining food security, their portability and durability make them ideal for any crisis. Although naturally sweet, research shows that many dried fruits have a moderate glycemic index and don't cause significant blood sugar spikes when eaten in proper portions. This makes them a viable option for people with diabetes or anyone trying to manage long-term energy levels. Simply put, dried fruits have carved out their place not only as an everyday food, but as a strategic resource in times when access to fresh food becomes uncertain. Their practicality, nutrition, and sustainability make them a top choice when it comes to stockpiling essentials for the future. 4. Honey. Honey is far more than just a natural sweetener. It's an extraordinary substance with benefits that seem almost endless. Created by hardworking bees through the incredible process of collecting and transforming flower nectar, honey is a rich blend of natural sugars like fructose and glucose, along with small amounts of vitamins, minerals, and powerful antioxidants. Did you know that honey also has a natural defense system? Its low moisture levels and slightly acidic pH discourage bacterial growth, making it one of the few foods on Earth that never spoils. That's not just a myth. Archaeologists discovered jars of honey in ancient Egyptian tombs that were still perfectly edible after thousands of years. But honey isn't just a pantry staple. It's been valued for centuries for its medicinal properties. With natural compounds like hydrogen peroxide and methylglyoxal, honey can fight infections and even promote faster wound healing. If you've ever heard of Manuka honey, you'll know it's a standout. Sourced from New Zealand, Manuka honey is prized in hospitals and medical settings, as it's highly effective at treating wounds and burns that don't respond to antibiotics. Pretty incredible, right? And here's where it gets even more interesting. Each variety of honey has its own unique flavor, color, and benefits, depending on the flowers the bees pollinate. Buckwheat honey, for example, is richer in antioxidants and darker in color, while acacia honey is light, mild, and versatile. This rich diversity transforms honey into more than just a sweetener for tea. You'll find it in uses ranging from gourmet desserts and glazes for meats to a natural skincare ingredient in beauty products. That's right, honey is loved by the beauty industry for its ability to moisturize dry skin, soothe irritation, and fight acne bacteria. Yet, as amazing as honey is, there's one big challenge. It's at risk. Bee populations, responsible for honey production and pollination across agriculture, are under threat from pesticides, habitat destruction, and changes in the climate. A decline in bees doesn't just mean less honey, it also impacts global food supplies, as many crops rely on pollination. The solution? Support sustainable beekeeping and plant bee-friendly flowers in your backyard or community. Every small action makes a big difference. When buying honey, opt for raw, unprocessed options. This ensures you get the maximum benefits, as pasteurization can strip away important enzymes and antioxidants. To keep your honey at its best, store it in a sealed, airtight container and keep it out of direct sunlight. By doing so, you ensure that this liquid gold stays fresh for years to come. Honey truly is a marvel, natural, delicious, and resilient. With heightened awareness of its rarity, now is the perfect time to stock up and enjoy everything this incredible product has to offer. Number 5. Canned fish. When it comes to non-perishable, nutrient-packed food, canned fish makes it to the top of the list, and for good reason. Canned fish, think tuna, sardines, salmon, mackerel, and even anchovies, has become a critical staple in stockpiles worldwide. From your kitchen pantry to government emergency reserves, this humble yet highly versatile food offers an impressive combination of convenience, nutrition, and longevity. The canning process ensures that the fish is cooked thoroughly, sealed in airtight containers, and preserved for long periods without refrigeration. That means not only can you enjoy a quick and healthy meal, but governments can rely on it as an emergency food supply during natural disasters, pandemics, or other crises that disrupt logistics and food distribution. Nutritionally, canned fish packs a healthy punch. It's loaded with high-quality protein, essential omega-3 fatty acids, and vital nutrients like vitamins B12 and D, selenium, and iodine. Omega-3s have well-documented benefits, from supporting heart health to reducing inflammation and boosting brain function. Meanwhile, vitamin B12 plays a vital role in nerve health and red blood cell formation. Most of these nutrients are retained during the canning process, offering a simple and affordable way for people to get essential nutrition. Thanks to technological innovations in the canning process, modern products maintain better flavor and texture, with BPA-free linings to alleviate health concerns. But there's an issue looming over the canned fish industry, and it's not just about taste or convenience. Overfishing has depleted certain fish species, threatening marine ecosystems and disrupting biodiversity. Simultaneously, climate change complicates matters, altering ocean temperatures and acidity levels, which interferes with fish migration and reproduction. Together, these factors can lead to significant fluctuations in fish populations, potentially causing supply shortages. With canned fish being such a popular and vital food source, these challenges are sparking global concern. Governments are taking this seriously. Many are stockpiling canned fish to ensure food security during emergencies. Think about it. Canned fish is shelf-stable, nutrient-dense, and easy to distribute quickly to populations affected by crises. Beyond just helping people in emergencies, these stockpiles also help stabilize markets by preventing sudden price spikes when shortages arise. It's a win-win for both governments and citizens. Sustainability is emerging as a key focus to mitigate the industry's challenges. Labels like the Marine Stewardship Council's certification are driving producers and consumers toward more eco-friendly choices. Companies are adopting sustainable fishing practices that protect marine life, such as using selective fishing methods to minimize bycatch, adhering to catch limits, and safeguarding vulnerable ecosystems. For consumers, buying sustainably sourced products supports these initiatives, and making choices like opting for sardines or mackerel, species that are more abundant and environmentally friendly, can make a real difference. Canned fish has also evolved a lot from its basic roots. Now you can find all sorts of flavored, ready-to-eat options that cater to diverse palates. Whether you enjoy them in salads, sandwiches, pasta dishes, or even straight out of the can, canned fish has reached a whole new level of culinary potential. Opting for fish canned in water or olive oil is a great way to make your meals healthier by reducing unnecessary fats and sodium. Proper storage is key to keeping your canned fish fresh and safe. Just stash it in a cool, dry spot and check expiration dates periodically. Sixth, food, spices and herbs. When you think of spices and herbs, you likely imagine the flavors and aromas that enhance your favorite meals. But did you know they've also shaped history, fueled exploration, and even sparked wars? That's right. Spices and herbs have been so valuable throughout time that they were once considered as precious as gold. Today, they're much more than just a flavor-enhancing ingredient. They're vital to industries, global economies, and even your health. For centuries, spices like black pepper, cinnamon, and nutmeg were at the heart of the spice trade, connecting continents in a web of commerce. They were in such high demand that they financed empires and served as gifts for royalty. Fast forward to today, and while they aren't traded for gold, spices and herbs remain essential. They're used not only in kitchens but also in industries like pharmaceuticals, cosmetics, and even agriculture. For instance, rosemary is prized for its antioxidant properties, finding its way into natural preservatives, while lavender is a go-to for stress relief in aromatherapy products. But here's where it gets fascinating. Spices and herbs aren't just about flavor or luxury. Modern science is uncovering some incredible health benefits they provide. Take oregano and thyme, for example. These humble herbs contain compounds like thymol and carvacrol, which are being studied for their antimicrobial and antiviral properties. Then there's saffron, often called red gold, which has shown promise in studies for its potential to help with mood regulation and even mild to moderate depression. Spices and herbs also lead the charge in culinary creativity and innovation. Fusion cuisines are blending them in exciting ways to create one-of-a-kind dishes. Smoked spices like chipotle and smoked paprika bring a bold depth of flavor, while spice blends like garam masala or za'atar offer quick access to rich, complex tastes. But here's the flip side. Not all spices and herbs are easy to get. Economic fluctuations and supply chain challenges can make some of your favorites harder to find or far more expensive. For example, in recent years, cardamom prices have skyrocketed due to rising demand and farming difficulties. The fight to preserve the quality of spices is real. Modern techniques like freeze-drying help extend shelf life and maintain nutritional value, while technologies like encapsulation guard sensitive compounds, ensuring you get the same quality herb or spice as the day it was harvested. To take it a step further, blockchain technology is now being used in the spice trade to trace origins and guarantee authenticity, preventing fraud and ensuring you're not getting an adulterated product. Remarkably, spices and herbs also play a role in sustainable farming and environmental conservation. Certain plants, like vetiver, are used to combat soil erosion, while others are intercropped with staple crops to enhance biodiversity and promote soil health. On top of that, urban gardening and community initiatives are making it easier for people to grow their own herbs at home. This not only provides fresher ingredients, but also allows you to reconnect with nature while saving money and reducing your carbon footprint. Spices and herbs even make their way into tourism. Culinary tours and visits to spice plantations are becoming increasingly popular, offering you a chance to see how these treasures are grown and learn about their cultural significance. This creates a sustainable market that supports local economies while preserving traditional knowledge for future generations to enjoy. And the research doesn't stop there. Scientists are digging deeper into the benefits of spice-based medicine. Garlic, for example, contains allicin, which is being explored for its potential cardiovascular benefits. Cinnamon, on the other hand, is being studied for its role in managing healthy blood sugar levels. These breakthroughs could eventually transform everyday spices into the popularity of spices and herbs is nothing new. But with changes in climate, demand, and production, they might just become rarer than you think. What if the government is already stockpiling these invaluable ingredients as a precaution? With their historic significance, industrial importance, and potential to become scarce, it's clear that spices and herbs are more precious than they've ever been, and they deserve a place on your radar.